Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Fall 2020 Open House for Terra Nova. We'd like to welcome you all. My name is Michael Crandall, and I'm principal here at Terra Nova. And in just a minute, we're going to introduce you to the staff. But I would like to let you know that you can follow us on Instagram, and there's our Instagram handle. We post photos and videos every week on Instagram, so you can see what's going on the farm. And speaking of the farm, you know, if this was a normal year and we weren't in a global pandemic, you'd all be doing a tour right now of our farm and of our program. And what you see right here is our farm. On the far right is the greenhouse where we propagate plants. And everything that you see was built by students. So all of the agricultural rows, the barn in the back, next to the barn, you'll see there, you can barely see, but there are student garden beds that students grow crops in. And then on the far left is a chicken coop, and we've got a couple chickens and a duck. And our school sits on a 4-acre site that used to be the original Bonnie Slope Elementary. We like to call it a 4-acre classroom. And within our program, there is a kitchen, there is a wood shop, and then obviously a couple classrooms and this wonderful farm. Wish you could be here, but we try and incorporate the farm into the program as much as we can, and all the produce that's growing right now is being donated to support families that have food instability during these very difficult times. So I'm going to stop sharing for just a second. And I'd like to introduce you to the staff. So again, my name is Michael Crandall, and I'm principal here at Early College. And what I like about working at Early College is that honestly, this was a program that this was my dream job. So I'm principal here at Early College, excuse me, at Terra Nova, and my other program at Early College. I supervise 2 programs, and I kind of think of myself as a farmer by day, college professor by night. And what I love about Terra Nova is that it's a hands-on science program. I support alternative education, and I believe that, like the teachers and all the faces you see, that education is done best in a hands-on environment where students are actively involved in the curriculum. So that's me, Michael Crandall, and next we have Sarah Chilcott.
Hi, I'm Sarah Chilcott. I'm the secretary up at Terra Nova, and I have been here since the 2nd year of this version of Terra Nova. And my favorite thing about being there and being a part of this team is the team itself. These teachers have a true love for teaching, and they love your kids, and they're really good at it. And in a typical year, they get to do a lot of really cool stuff up at the farm, and they're working really, really hard to bring that to digital learning. So we're bummed to not be at the farm, but I think it's still going to be a great year.
Next, we have Justin Strom.
Hi, I'm Justin Strom. I'm the biology teacher, and I'm lucky enough to have been with Terra Nova since it started. It's the way science is intended to be taught, in a hands-on way where we actually get to use our entire property as our laboratory, where we get to explore with our hands and our curiosity. And even though it's a challenge this year that we don't get hands in the dirt like we usually do, we're still able to really kind of maintain our ethos. We're really able to kind of maintain who we are as a community, and I'm very grateful for that.
Next up, we have Annie Reichelt.
Hey, my name is Annie Reichelt. I'm the chemistry teacher up at Terra Nova. I've been there, I think, since the 3rd year. So this is my 5th year up there, and it's so fun. Like Chilcott, my favorite thing about being up there is the people that I get to work with. And the fact that we just sort of blend all the things together, like the chemistry and the biology and the sustainability are all in all the things all the time. And I think that's a much more authentic way to teach science, because chemistry is really just applied math, and biology is applied chemistry. And if it's not sustainable, then how are we going to, live our lives? So I really, really enjoy teaching up there. And I'm very thankful to get to work with your students, even though we don't, my hands are the cleanest they've been in like years. So good news, bad news.
Next up, we have Morgan Stone.
Hi, my name's Morgan Stone, and I'm the Sustainable Foods and Sustainable Practices teacher up at Terra Nova. What I really love about working up there is just getting to build relationships with all your kids, and the students are great. And we have so many different facilities up there that we're able to connect with each student based on their interests and their families and their culture and their traditions. And I love that kind of alternative education setting. This is my third year up at Terra Nova. I'm really bummed that this is kind of how the year is going. I think we're still able to really form those relationships with your students, and we're working hard to make sure that we can bring the science to the sustainability with who your kids are.
Okay, and next up we have Joel.
Hi, my name's Joel Whitmore. I'm the farm manager here at Terra Nova, so I take care of the property, try to keep the food going. It's been a difficult time to manage the property, but it's been going pretty well going into the fall. In a usual year, I work alongside the students, teaching them agriculture instruction as well as a lot of hands-on food education. And I'm still trying to do that with some Instagram updates and video lessons in the kitchen. Yeah.
All right, thank you everybody for introducing yourselves. And we will pivot now to the next section, where we'll talk about classes. And Justin's going to take over from there.
Yeah, with pleasure. So these are our courses that we offer. We offer two sets of courses, really. So we co-teach. So that means that the sustainable foods and the applied chemistry are taught together in a team teaching model. So Annie Reichelt is responsible for the chemistry, and then the sustainable foods is going to be taught by either myself or Ms. Stone, depending on the day. And the field biology is similar in that it's co-taught with myself as the biology teacher and Ms. Stone as the sustainability teacher. This gives us the opportunity to have two brains teaching, two sets of ideas teaching, two people for accountability, and it gives us more time to teach what we need to teach as well. We're able to integrate the curriculum really well. Next. So next slide is our mission. And so we are a project-based science and sustainability school that empowers students to grow food, engineer solutions, and build community. Now, I know it's kind of crazy to think about a school that's hands-on, that's being done remotely. But if we look at some of these things, we're doing that. So for example, we have open and genuine communication, and that way we can really foster community. We can still engineer things together. And we still are teaching sustainability and science. We're doing it through the lens of really encouraging students to be as authentic as they can be, giving students self-choice, self-pacing, and we really see ourselves as guides more than teachers. So a guide is somebody that helps encourage students to be their best selves and direct them into how they want to learn and how they want to grow. A teacher is, we try to reduce the power dynamic as much as possible to allow kids to explore their own interests. So we teach using multiple assessments, multiple opportunities. We care about student growth, and that's one of our main areas of focus. We encourage students to do their own research, to ask their own questions. Everything that we do is related to modern topics. Unfortunately, we started school surrounded by a giant cloud of smoke. And so that was our first lesson. Smoke, where does it come from? Where are these wildfires? How does it relate to climate change? And resulting in the end of our first unit, which was some action. Like, what can we do to make the world a better place? And we use empathy as our guiding principle. So we really encourage students to be vulnerable so that we can work with them in a way that feels safe for everybody. So how do we bring the school into home? One of the main ways we do that is with food. So if you look on our Instagram, which has been mentioned before and will be mentioned again, is we post recipes every week. We have a a vegetable of the week that we grow on farm, and then we cook that vegetable of the week, and then we share it, and we encourage students to share their food traditions with us as well. We're able to take chemistry and biology and apply it to anything. For example, this picture, the student is making cheese with milk, and there is a ton of sustainability, chemistry, and biology incorporated into that project. Actually, at the end of this particular unit, we hope to be doing that same project. And we also honor students' cultures, experiences. So if we work together as a community, we can all teach each other. And that's really the goal. It's not just to have one person with the knowledge that's filling other people that are seen as empty cups. We all have really valuable experiences and cultures to share. So what can you do to support your students in a remote learning situation in general and specifically for Terra Nova? Well, one thing that's really valuable, and I know that these things are challenging for all of us right now, is a quiet space to work. A charged device, Chromebook or computer with headphones really helps minimize external distractions. And a balance between moving and sitting. We actually use the term focus time and diffuse time at school. It's really important to have both of those. Sometimes some of our best ideas can come when we're going for a stroll around the block. We encourage students to persevere, to push through when they have problems, to not give up. And attendance is very important. And attendance can mean showing up for the Zoom meeting, and or it can mean being present in Canvas with the lessons and with the learning. I know that not every student can make it to class, which is why we allow asynchronous learning as well. But showing up means to at least touch the curriculum or the class once every day. And as far as learning supports for family, as families, it's really one of the best things that I think a family can do together is cook together. It's a great way to talk about what's going on. You can connect it to school. You can instill culture, values, and also check out our Instagram together. You can see what's happening. It's a nice way of sharing information. We have two digital hubs that we rely on. The first one is Canvas. And Canvas is what we use for our curriculum, our assignments. Think about it as a journal, a log of everything that we've done since the beginning of the year. And so whenever you need to see any lessons that we've done or access any resources, they're all there. We don't take them down, we leave them up. So if for some reason you miss a week, or God forbid you get sick, something bad happens, you can always come back and see that work and make up what needs to be made up. And the second thing is Parent View. And in Parent View, that's where we keep track of grades, and that's where we keep track of attendance. So please check both of those probably at least once every week.
I mean, other things to know is the first thing is that we're a CTE program, and we're registered with the state as a career and technical education program. And our program is a 2-year program. So students have the choice, if this is their first year at Terra Nova, they have the choice to sign up with us again. So typically the student pathway through our program is they take chemistry and sustainability their first year, and then the next year they take biology and sustainable practices. So we are a registered CTE program. So that's one thing to note. And this group of students will be leaving us in February. But they will have the opportunity to forecast for next year at Terra Nova. One other thing to note is that we are one of the few programs within the district that has a summer internship program. And our program is not only an internship program, but our students that are a part of the program actually get paid. So we'll talk a little bit more about that with your student in December, but we did want to put that on your radar that that we had to cancel it this year because of social distancing. We're crossing our fingers that infection rates go down and we're able to provide the summer internship opportunity. But essentially the students apply to the program and do an interview, and those who are accepted will work and help bring the harvest in. They get paid while they do that. It's a great opportunity. They work with Joel and some other folks, and all the food that we grow on the farm. We're a working farm. All the food that we grow, we'll use in the classroom. Those that food that is perishable, we donate to local nonprofits for families that have food instability at home. So it's a great opportunity. One other piece is that all CTE programs and all programs in the district have to be attached to a local school. And we're a program, and our program is attached to Sunset High School. It's our closest high school neighbor. And so your attendance goes through Sunset High School. So when your student is absent, you'll get a call, and that call will be from Sunset. If you have to excuse your student, you call Sunset High School, and that's how you excuse your student from class. And then finally, we are hosting a teacher question and answer session on Monday, October 12th at 5:30. And in the communication that came out with the notification of this presentation, there's information on that question and answer session and how you can sign up. So the question and answer session is really for folks who have additional questions about the program, and Justin and I will be there answering questions live at 5:30, and we'll give you any more information that you need. One thing that I do want to stress, though, with this question and answer session is that the question and answer session is really for general questions about the program, about maybe next year, about the summer. That's what the question and answer session is for. If you have specific questions about your student and maybe their progress or their grades, what we would like you to do is just reach right out to the teacher, and they will answer all of those questions. So since this is like a more of a general public forum on Monday the 12th, if you have personal questions about your student, let's direct those to the teachers so that we can have a personal conversation about your student and their progress. Other than that, we've included our Instagram page, and hope you'll check that out. And I guess the final thing I would just like to say is that we're just really excited to be working with your students this year. I've been very impressed with attendance so far. They're checking in, and they've had great things to say. And some of the icebreakers that we've had, I've learned a little bit about some of the traditions that you all have, and we've shared some of our experiences. So it's been very nice to be back in school. So at that, we will sign off, and we look forward to seeing some of you on the 12th at 5:30. Otherwise, have a great evening, and we look forward to seeing you soon and talking with you soon. Thank you.
Thank you.